Hello, everyone. My name is Nick Clark. I am a 24-year-old Canadian who sees a problem with our country, and I want to make a difference, no matter how difficult or how challenging it may be. I wish to make changes to this country for the betterment of our citizens and our country on a global scale. Over the time of my life, I have witnessed the impact of our political leaders have had on the citizens of this country. I've seen how our country has become more diverse than ever, but with that comes the challenges of identifying what a Canadian really is. Nobody in this world can really put an identity to being Canadian. With this diversity has come division amongst ourselves. I have listened to as my friends all wish to move out of the country, away from the place they have called home all their lives. And these friends are the same age as I am. It concerns me that so many of my generation would rather run from the problem than work to fix it. To the Canadians watching, I want you to know that I stand for the Canada that we once were. A prosperous nation that was fierce in its defense of its citizens and territory, but polite and welcoming as a nation outside of war. Our history is filled with greatness and tragedies, but we can't forget either of them. For the weaknesses of our past will form the strengths of our future and the greater history of Canada. I want the best for this country and the best for our people. And to our American brothers and sisters, for decades now we have stood by your side as friends and as family. We may be different in some ways, but know that we share many similarities, and we want what's best for your people and ours. I admire the sense of unity the American people have. Through every crisis and every war, their people have stood together and have always known what an American was and is. Today, I wish for the Canadian people to know that we too can stand united in our efforts to push forward together, united as one. I believe that if you choose to call Canada your home, you should call yourself a Canadian before all. You do not have to erase your heritage, but I ask that while you call Canada your home, you work for this country and benefit from our healthcare and education and earn from our economy, that you call yourself a Canadian whilst maintaining your cultural beliefs without judgment. I believe you are free to practice your religion and feel safe on our streets and in your homes, and together, united as one, we can carve out a new piece of Canadian history. But I can't do that alone, and that is why I sincerely ask for the support of fellow Canadian citizens and even Americans that follow my beliefs and my ideals. My ideals and beliefs are only one step in reforming our country to a period of prosperity and peaceful freedom. I believe the Canada First Party identifies and suits the beliefs that I have of what our country should have. Canada, and therefore Canadians, should always be the top priority of our government. To balance government control with citizen freedoms in a country so historically locked in our ways, and political party systems so prioritized on the only two parties who have ever led our country, this will be a task of an astronomical challenge, but I, and hopefully the rest of you, will be ready to take this challenge head on and move our country into the future as what we once were. A strong, independent democracy with rights and freedoms not commonly found in the world. And kind of going off of that script, I want to just kind of talk about how I do stand firm with my beliefs. I believe that although there is great challenges ahead for everything that we want to make a difference with, we can do it. And together we can, but I can't do that alone. And I believe that if I have the support that I need, we can actually have a voice in this country, and a voice that is of our generation, and a voice that is of our class, that wasn't raised in politics and wasn't raised around wealth. It's a matter of I want to make change for the betterment of every class. And with all of these challenges, there comes understanding our past. And we have to understand our past to ensure that we don't make those mistakes again and to have a stronger future together. Because until Canadians are united under one flag, we may not ever have any progress made. For every step we've taken forward, the Canadian government has taken 2 steps back. And I believe that I can make a change. I believe that if I have the right people behind me, we can make a change. that we can do this, that we can make Canada an actual country that people want to live in again. Because right now, not many people are proud to be Canadian. Not many people want to live here. A lot of people want to go to the States or elsewhere because we seem to have this crisis of everything from housing to immigration to job supply, and corporations are pulling out of Canada all the time. And we have situations here that are dire, but we need someone who understands from a perspective of a lower class, or at least someone that understands that I don't have the same experience in politics as some of these other people may have. But with the right people behind me, we can make a difference. And that's what my goal is to make a difference. I want to ensure that Canada can remain prosperous and not fall down the spiral that it is right now. Because it's tragic. With the homeless, so many homeless, we have food banks that are being overwhelmed every month. The amount of new visitors that just can't afford to buy food for themselves. We're in a situation where the government is funding every other country, but as soon as we ask for help, we're getting shut down. We have food banks, as I said, overwhelmed. We have people homeless all over the street. We have tent cities building up everywhere. And it hurts me to see, because every year it just continues to get worse. And I really hope that if you do believe in the same things I do, if you believe that we can make a difference together, then leave a comment below. Let me know if you think we can make a difference together and if we can do this. And I stand firm that I believe we can. As hard as it's going to be, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be quick. It's not going to be overnight. And it might not even be done in 5 years. It could be done in 10. But I'm hoping to get the wheel turning to ensure that the changes that we can make continue on a path of positive changes, things that we can continue to better our country with. And although we have made mistakes as a country and our history is dire with the fact of the treatment of natives and their children and their families, we have to come to understand that this did happen, and we have to make amends to ensure that everyone feels that Canada is a welcoming place, to feel that you are welcome to live here, that this is not just another tax mill to bring you in, live your life, extort you for taxes, and move you on. I want to change that. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to hear your support in the comments below. If you're Canadian and you too believe there needs to be change within our country, let me know. Make your voice heard. I know there are people out there who share my belief in a better future for a better Canada, and together we can make a difference and bring Canada and our economy into the 21st century. And with the end of that, I just want to say, please stay tuned for any further videos that I will make talking about this situation, talking about how I believe that we can get the Canada First Party off the ground and get the ball rolling. And I thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you. Bye.